So here we are, week 2, day 3, out beating the streets of glorious South County Dublin. Not so glorious this morning because it's raining, but I remember somebody saying to me, there's no such thing as bad weather, it's just bad clothing. So well wrapped up, hood on, hat on, yeah, good to go. So this morning is my little ramble. I was listening to a podcast of a mentor, and there's some really interesting stuff about opinions and people's opinions and how to basically ignore them. And it brought my mind to Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. If you're not familiar with the cash flow quadrant, it's a really powerful tool that helps you to understand where you are in life, financially, employment wise, etc. So it's a quadrant. On the left hand side you've got employed people, the vast majority of people. Top left. Bottom left you have self-employed people. Top right you've got business owners, and bottom right you have investors. What's interesting about the left hand side of the cash flow quadrant is that 95% of people fall into that category, or that position, if you want to call it. That includes employed and self-employed people. But only 1% of the money in the world is owned by that side of the quadrant. When you move to the right hand side, you've got business owners. And the difference between a business owner and a self-employed person is a business owner no longer trades their time for money. So a business person, a self-employed person, I'm self-employed and have been for many years. And I trade my time, I sell my time for money for my clients. They pay me, I work, that's my job. It doesn't really matter if you're a plumber, an electrician, an IT consultant, a marketing specialist. If you're self-employed and you're selling your time for money, that's a very finite thing. It's a bit like being an employee. You're a hamster on the hamster wheel. If you stop spinning, nothing works. You know, your employer's not going to pay you indefinitely. They're not going to give you money. If you have to take a prolonged period of sickness, illness, you're not going to have residual income coming in. Unless you decide to hustle that business, then you're looking to move out of there anyway. The same for being self-employed. You know, they say the self-employed are the only people who work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40. And that's cool, I've been there. Now when we move over to the business side of it, what business differentiates the business is they have people and systems. So they have people that make the money, and they have systems that make the money. And this makes them a hell of a lot more money. It also means they don't have to be working on the business, they are working in the business. And that's a big distinction. Still got the tail end of my cold. When we move to the bottom right hand of the cash flow quadrant, we're into the investors. And these are people whose money makes them money while they sleep. They don't need to worry about it. They don't need to get up. They don't need to do anything. So why is the cash flow quadrant important? Well, the cash flow quadrant is really important because you have to ask yourself a question. Are you a hamster? And are you happy being a hamster? If you are a hamster and you are happy being a hamster, doing your 9 to 5, getting your paycheck, having your fixed set of holidays, having to ask your boss for holidays, taking your sick leave, saving up for your pension, hoping everything's going to be all right when you retire. If that's you and you're happy with that, that's absolutely perfect. That's okay. But if you're not, the question is, what are you going to do about it? If you're a self-employed person, you're already on the route to being entrepreneurial. So the question is, do you want to move to the next level? And if you don't, again, that's perfectly all right. But if you are either an employee or a self-employed person, if you want to move over to the right-hand side, which is the 1% of the population who own 95% of the world's wealth, then you've got to figure out how you're going to do it. But therein lies the question, and therein lies the challenge. Because often when you decide that you're going to make a change, that you want to move from employed or self-employed over to becoming a business owner, where you're not trading time for money, where you have people, where you have systems that make you money, that give you leverage, people will often say to you, don't. They'll express their opinion. But their opinion is often based upon their prejudices or the belief system that was passed down to them. So if you come from a family who's, let's say, worked in a factory, and your father worked in a factory, and your father said, hey, get a job in the factory, which is common in Ireland and the UK, you know, get a job in the factory. I worked there all my life. You can work there too. Get a job there and everything will be good. You can have the same little house we had, the same sort of life you grew up with, everything will be comfortable. But the world is comfortable. If you're being comfortable, it's a bit like me sitting on the couch every evening. That's just being bloody comfortable. You know, it's a bit like staying in bed in the morning. It's just being bloody comfortable. Any change is going to be uncomfortable, and you've got to push yourself to do that. You've got to push yourself to make that change. Now, if you're going to push yourself to make that change, it's going to come with sacrifice. It's going to require time, effort and energy on your part. It means that you might have to sacrifice some of the things you do on a social level, and then you may fall into the realm of criticism. People who don't understand what you're doing, don't understand your goals, don't understand your objectives, will start to express their opinion. To give you an example of the factory, people might say, hey, you know, what are you doing? That'll never work out. What's this online business? What's this whatever? And they're going to express their view based upon their prejudice, their views, what they're comfortable with. You stepping outside your comfort zone makes them look upon themselves, because is it a reflection that they didn't have the balls to do it, they didn't have the determination to do it, they didn't have the vision to do it. So we've got to be very careful when it comes to other people's opinions about our life, what we're doing. And this can come down to spouses, everybody. Excuse me, tail end of this cold. So we got to be very, very careful. Oh, this is the hill I did the other day. Back up again. So yeah, we got to be very careful about letting those opinions take hold of us. So if somebody says, you know, don't create an online business, it's, you know, destined to fail, etc. You have a choice. You say to yourself, okay, I'm going to listen to this person, I'm going to take on their advice, and I'm not going to do it. Or you say, what experience does this person have in setting up an online business? Have they a history of success? Have they a history of failure? When you ask that question, you can go a little bit further. If they haven't a history of success, are they qualified to advise you on it? I don't think so. If they have a history of failure, then you've got to ask the question of them, why did it fail? Why did your attempt in the online world, why did it fail? Did it fail because you got up early and put the effort in? Did it fail because you were 100% committed? Did it fail because you took the steps that were required in your business to bring it towards success? If you were dependent upon customers, did you contact as customers every single day, prospects and leads? Did you make the effort to generate new business? Did you have systems in place? Did you invest in advertising? Did you invest in marketing? What did you invest in? If they can't answer all of those questions to show you the effort they put in, they didn't fail because of online business. They failed because of their lack of effort. It's a bit like this walk. It's taking effort. It's taking effort to breathe now after walking up that hill shooting a video. But every day getting up, it's raining now, not the ideal situation for going for a walk, but you keep going. I keep going with this for long enough, I achieve the goals I'm looking for. That's it. So how's this different from business? If you keep showing up, if you keep getting out of bed, If you don't get deterred by the rainy days, if you put the heavy coat on, stick the hat on, the good dry boots or dry shoes, whatever, and you get out there and do it, every day you bring yourself closer to success. So don't let the opinions of other people dampen your enthusiasm, dampen your determination, dampen your drive. Don't. Particularly those who are not successful, those who have not achieved what you want to achieve. Because you will find that those who have achieved what you want to achieve, if you tell them what you want to do, they will actually support you. They will not criticize you. They will not put you down. They will lift you up. They will support you. So it's important to at times hold your dreams and your vision close to your heart, because it's your dreams and your vision. It's your destiny that you're in control of. Okay, I'm not sure if you were able to hear my health monitor. I forgot to turn it on when I left. So I've actually done about 4,000 steps, because it's recording the steps, it's not recording this workout. But yeah, keep it close to your heart, and don't allow somebody else to shit on your dreams, because opinions are like assholes. We all have them and they all stink. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Bye.